Hey, this is Harry again, and I'm back to tell you the elevator story as I had promised. If you guys remember then, in the first part, I told you that I had a crush on Chloe, my colleague. But my boss's wife, Helena, fired her with the accusation that she was hitting on the boss. I had a hunch that it was not true, and I even talked to Chloe. She seemed completely oblivious to this all. So that left me to doubt Helena. She was definitely up to something. She has also been sending me mixed signals, and at this point, I am pretty confused about her intentions. Anyway, a few days after Chloe was fired, I was working in the office till pretty late. I thought I was the only one there, but apparently I was wrong. When I was taking the elevator, Helena came rushing from the other side with a file in her hands. And what you know next, she followed me inside the elevator. I sighed. It's not like I could stop her or something. I stood against the back corner of the elevator, as far away from Helena as I could. She pressed a button and suddenly, the elevator came to a halt with a terrifying jerk. I barely caught myself from hitting my head to the floor. "What the heck?" I exclaimed, glaring at Helena. She gave me an innocent face in return. "I don't know what's happening." I checked the panel to see that she had pressed the emergency button. I inhaled a sharp breath. Why would she do that? "Oh, my bad," she said apologetically. "Let me contact the emergency team." She dialed the number and told them about our situation. She hung up and turned to me. "They'll be here in a few hours. Since it's too late now, it's going to take some time," she declared. I couldn't believe my luck. Was I really stuck with my boss's wife in an elevator? That too at a late hour of the night? Oddly enough, it seems like I was the only one panicking. Helena seemed to be completely at ease, as if it was no big deal. She came to stand too close to me, and it made me very uncomfortable. It was not right. Her perfume was overwhelming my senses, and I knew that I had to keep my senses intact or anything could happen. "What were you doing this late at night in the office?" she suddenly asked me. "I had to finish some work for an upcoming meeting," I replied in a clipped tone. She gave me a big smile and placed a hand on my shoulder. "You are so hardworking. That's what I really like about you." I winced. Thanks." She started laughing, sensing my nervousness. "You don't have to be so awkward around me, Harry. We've known each other for a long time now." "Yeah, but you are my boss's wife, and there's a decorum that we should maintain," I replied, getting away from her. "Don't worry," she said, grabbing my hand. "Derek is chill. You don't have to be so conscious all the time." I just gave her a tight smile in return. Her words were starting to get to my head now. I mean, come on, she was really hot, and we were stuck inside an elevator all alone. And she was kind of hitting on me. I was not sure, though. "Are you seeing someone, Harry?" she asked me. I shook my head. I used to like someone, but I don't think it's possible to take our relationship further. Her eyes suddenly hardened. "Are you talking about Chloe?" My jaw dropped to the floor. "How do you—" She let out a fake laughter, cutting me off. "It's pretty obvious from the way you talk about her." I sighed. "Yeah, I guess so. I still don't understand why she was fired. She hadn't done anything wrong. I used to spend a lot of time with her, and this is why I fired her," she intervened. "I hated the fact that you liked her. Can't you see? I have been giving you so many hints, but you are so ignorant. I like you, Harry." I was taken aback for a moment. So my hunch was correct. She really did like me. Still, this was too surreal to believe. She came closer to me, once again overwhelming me. "Now that Chloe is gone, maybe you can pay attention to me? Unlike Chloe, I actually have feelings for you. Why is it so hard for you to understand?" I glanced at her for a few moments. Now that she was so close to me, I realized how pretty she was, and the fact that she liked me was actually messing with my mind. She leaned forward, and involuntarily, I did too. I didn't know what I was doing at that moment, but I wanted to do it. Just as I was about to kiss her, there was a loud noise from somewhere that made me jump. Helena quickly got away from me. The emergency team called out that they had arrived. I came back to my senses and realized in horror what I was about to do. Oh my God, how could I be so careless? She was my boss's wife, for God's sake. Before getting out, Helena reached up to whisper in my ear. "You would better keep your mouth shut about everything. The consequences won't be good." I gulped. It was not like I could tell anyone what had almost happened. I was equally guilty. However, the fact about Chloe bothered me to no extent. How could Helena be so cruel? Chloe didn't even do anything to deserve that. Before I could think of fixing these problems, though, a new problem rose in front of me.